It's time for Around the Ozarks in 5, brought to you by Talking Rocks Cavern. Explore the beauty above and below ground at Talking Rocks Cavern. And the Springfield Greene County Park Board, reminding you to go play. Here are your hosts, Ethan and Sarah Foreheads.
Good morning to you. It is Wednesday. Hope you're having a good week so far. We're midway through, and we begin this Wednesday with some news.
All right. We now know a woman from Missouri was among the at least 14 Americans killed by Hamas terrorists in their attack on Israel over the weekend. Deborah Mathis was an American citizen living in Israel when she died, along with her husband. They were apparently shielding her 16-year-old son from the gunshots. The terrorists killed more than 1,000 people in Israel in that surprise attack that targeted civilians. At least 20 Americans are still missing from Israel. Deborah Mathis was born in Boone County, Missouri.
Man, affects everybody. A Missouri appeals court ruled with a high school football player and against Springfield Public Schools. SPS had asked that the appeals court reverse the playing eligibility of student athlete Kylan Mabins. A previous judge ruled Mabins can play football for his new team, Glendale High School, after he left Kickapoo High School. He cited hardship as the reason for the switch, but the Missouri High School Athletic Association initially denied his eligibility. Then a Greene County judge overruled the high school association. The attempted appeal of that decision was just denied. That's what just happened. Making the situation even more tense is that Glendale plays Kickapoo this Friday night. A lot of people will be watching that, no doubt. Drury University is planning to add a new Department of Engineering for the next school year. In fact, the university is already accepting applications for that program, which will award bachelor's degrees in electrical and mechanical engineering.
I feel like we've done a few stories with Drury. They added the PA program and then something else. So, yeah, expanding the selection for degrees there. That's exciting. Go Drury.
Yep.
Missouri is offering tax credits for meat processors and producers of certain crops. The Missouri Agricultural and Small Business Development Authority is currently accepting applications for the tax credit programs. Meat processors can get a tax credit of up to 25% of eligible expenses. All right, home sales in the Springfield area were down 25% in September of this year compared to September of last year. Homes were also on the market for more time, 24 days on average in September of this year compared to 17 days on average in September of last year. But either way, 17 days or 24 days, to me, that's like a really quick movement, isn't it?
I think a lot of people, I'd be happy with that if the house sold in 3 weeks, pretty much. But things were so crazy there for a while that it has to come back down a little bit, right? And get back to what we think at least is normal.
Yeah.
Because that was at a pace that was unsustainable for a long period of time. So if you scored, congratulations.
Yeah.
Because some people timed it right. Buy low, sell high. Good news for Missouri outdoorsmen and any youth that enjoy hunting, archery, and the great outdoors. There was concern last year after the Uvalde, Texas school shooting that hunter education programs, shooting education, and archery programs could go away in public schools. But not so. The president just signed legislation to protect federal funding for K through 12 schools with those programs. It is all part of a new Protecting Hunting Heritage and Education Act, so they survive. We could see some improvements at the Dome at America's Center up in St. Louis, former home, of course, of the St. Louis Rams. The agency that owns it has more than $70 million in NFL Rams settlement money now and is considering using it to improve the old stadium by adding new turf, lighting, some work on the outside, and some other things as well. That's where the St. Louis XFL team plays now. The city of St. Louis County, and the state of Missouri, all three pay big money every year on that for maintenance, and that expires this year. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with that giant
and I
building.
mean, I forget that they still have the team that is playing there. So that makes sense. But otherwise, I was thinking they've got to, if they're going to spend that kind of money on it, surely they've got to be attracting someone else or in the process thereof. But maybe not if the other team is still playing there because I'd forgotten about them.
XFL.
So,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, the XFL. All right, now to this. Buc-ee's. You all know Buc-ee's, right? It's starting to hire people for its new Springfield location. I'm super excited because I haven't gotten to go in yet, ever to one. So we shall see. They are hosting a hiring event on Sunday by invitation only. That's
Ooh la,
interesting.
ooh la la.
That's
Is
interesting.
it a black tie event?
I don't know. I mean, it's just funny because at a hiring event, how do you know who you want to invite? Do you know what I'm saying?
Well, they've been using some online job sources like Indeed and Jobs R Us or
Yeah,
something like
right.
that.
All
I
the
don't know what.
ones.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Anyway, so they are hosting it, but again, you had to be invited. The Buc-ee's is going in along I-44 on the northeast side of Springfield, and it will be the very first location in Missouri for the very popular chain. I feel like I've heard all about it, never seen one. They are going to be hiring about 225 people for that store, and the opening date has not yet been announced.
They've been working on it forever. I know that much. I can't imagine. I mean, it's what's weird is that it's taking so long because my understanding is that they all are it's the same it's the same
Footprint,
layout.
layout.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
it's the same the building's the same everywhere. So I don't know what's taking so long, but that's neither here nor there.
Well, that's a
I
big old foundation that they gotta get right before they can start putting up the
well,
walls.
yeah, but I mean they're good at it. They do it all the time. Uh I'm excited to see it. They've got a very high bar to pass for me because I'm a big fan of Wally's, as you know, up in the St. Louis area. It's in outside St. Louis, Fenton. So if you're driving to St. Louis, you'll pass it. As you get to Fenton, it'll be on your left, and it is a
And this is
giant.
not a paid commercial for Wally's. Ethan is truly that big of a fan.
Yeah, it's a giant convenience store. It's got great lighting. They've got all the things that
Great
I think Bucky
bathrooms.
has.
They've got great beef jerky.
They do.
They've got
They've got
great
ice cream. Uh,
their coffee was
okay, fair enough. Fair enough. We'll have to try Bucky's coffee and see how
I
it
mean,
goes.
it was
But
like,
anyway, I think
I
it's
don't know.
pretty much the same thing as Wally's, or Bucky's is the same as Wally's. Wally's is the same as Bucky's. I do, however, I know that I like Wally's color scheme a lot better and the mascot.
Yeah. Okay.
The mascot
That's important. The mascot's important.
at Wally's is a bear, and the mascot at Bucky's is a beaver. The color scheme is there's a lot of bright orange up in St. Louis at Wally's. It's like brown for Bucky's, so
Yeah.
they're already starting. I'm not thrilled with that, to be honest.
Yeah. I mean, I'm excited for Bucky's because I've heard so many people talk about how cool it is, and I've never seen one. So, all right, moving
We've
on.
never
Go
been.
for it.
Yeah. Uh, come tomorrow, NASA is planning to launch its Psyche spacecraft into outer space to study an asteroid, and not just any asteroid, one that has more metal in it than it does rock or ice. So that's interesting. Psyche will fly via the SpaceX Falcon Heavy rocket. If all goes well, the van-sized aircraft will spend nearly 6 years traveling to one of the largest asteroids in our solar system, and then it will be able to take pictures, do surface mapping, and other data collection. Is it going to land on the asteroid what
I
was
don't
it?
know. It's
Armageddon?
interesting
No,
because listen, if there's one thing that I'm
Armageddon.
totally ignorant about, I mean, let's be honest, there's a lot of things I'm totally ignorant about. But add this one to the list. It's space. I know it's needed. I know it's cool. I know it's necessary, but I don't know. I don't get it. I don't know. I mean, I'm thankful for satellites, you
Yeah,
know?
it's going to land on. I just looked it up.
That's
It's going
about
to
all.
land
That's about
on
all
the
I got.
asteroid,
Yeah.
just like Armageddon. Isn't it Armageddon, the space movie
I
with
don't
Bruce
know.
Willis?
Oh wait, yeah. Hold on. We went to
Is
see
that the?
this. No, not Armageddon. Apollo.
No, it's not Apollo. Oh my
I
gosh,
don't
we
know.
sound like idiots right now.
Yeah.
All
Just
right.
stop while we're ahead. I think
We're
there's a
already
proverb
behind.
about just shutting
Too
your
late.
mouth if you don't know what you're talking
Too
about.
late. You said Apollo.
You said Armageddon. It's not that either.
I'm looking it up. Go ahead. You
Okay.
go.
All right. Here we are. I hope that you are not in this number, but you might be, especially if you are
It
my
is
mother,
Armageddon.
who I love dearly, love dearly, but this would be something that would represent her. The feds say that Americans have lost nearly $3 billion from scams that originate on social media, mainly Facebook and Instagram. So that's way higher than on scam phone calls, emails, text, regular mail. It's social media these days that's taken the cake. One of the top frequent offenders is this. And I know my mom does not listen, but if she did, this would be the one. Buying an item on a Facebook or an Instagram ad that doesn't actually ever come in the mail. That alone accounted for 44% of all social media fraud reports, because you see the Facebook ad, they know what you like and dislike because they've been watching you. And so you think it's real, but it's not. $3 billion worth, according to the FTC. That's crazy. However, there is a higher percentage, and that is fake investment opportunities that people fall for. And that is the highest number of dollars lost. At 53% of the dollars lost go to fake investment opportunities that people fall for.
You know what bothers me about that, the scam things on social media is that Facebook, and it's usually Facebook, uh, there should be some sort of vetting process for Facebook whenever, especially whenever they're running ads, and Facebook starts to get some complaints about, hey, I ordered this, I never received it. You get a few of those, and you kind of figure out they should ban that advertiser because it's a scam. But I
Right.
don't think they do. I don't know how long it takes them to actually ban somebody, but I've seen
Yeah.
devices that I've been told were a scam that keep showing up as an ad on my feed. So I
That's
don't know if
interesting.
nobody's reporting it or what.
Yeah. Which I can't imagine that no one would report it if you're talking about that many people, but maybe not. I don't know. Anyway, so be careful is the moral of the story. And you could just take my approach, trust no one online, you know.
Yeah, that's
Um,
pretty much true.
I just prefer the brick and mortar store. That's all.
You
Okay,
know what?
before we go, oh, sorry, go
Wait.
ahead.
You know what the other moral of the story is?
What's up?
Is that it is Armageddon.
Congratulations.
It's the Bruce Willis movie Armageddon about landing on an asteroid, blowing up an asteroid that's headed to
Yeah,
Earth.
do it. I like it.
Aerosmith's in
Good.
it.
Nice.
Liv
Nice.
Tyler,
Okay.
Bruce Willis, of course, and Ben Affleck.
Hey, listen, we know you're
It's a
right,
good movie.
and we're excited about it. I'm excited about it, you know?
It's a good movie. You said
Okay.
Apollo. We have a
Um,
recording of
okay, before we go, this is what I want to say. I want to say, drum roll. Congratulations to Bob from Lebanon. Bob from Lebanon.
Way to go,
We will be in
Bob.
touch with you because you are the week 5 winner of the Guess the Score giveaway. So that's
Nice.
very exciting.
Yeah, cool.
And yeah, he was able to guess the total score of both teams, which for his, it was Kansas City and the Minnesota Vikings. And he guessed closest without going over. So he gets 2 tickets to the Chiefs versus the Los Angeles Chargers happening on October 22nd.
Very cool. Way to go, Bob.
I know.
What about
Seriously.
Bob?
What about Bob? Go Bob from Lebanon. I'd say your last name, but I don't want anybody to steal the tickets from you. So there you go. But we'll be in touch. We got it.
Yeah.
By the way, the next Chiefs game is this Thursday.
I know, Thursday night.
Tomorrow. Oh my goodness gracious alive.
It's
This
a
week
quick
has gone by.
turnaround, Sunday to Thursday.
Yeah. So if you go to aroundtheozarks.com, go to contest, you will see where you can enter for your chance to win either Chiefs tickets to a game at Arrowhead or a signed jersey. So go guess the score. You don't have to be a football genius. I mean, anybody can do it because it's a guess. So yeah, you add up the scores of what you think each team will score. You add that number together, you enter it to win, and it has to be closest to without going over.
Got it.
There you go.
Sounds good. That sounds
Easy
good.
enough. Easy
Yeah.
enough. Go, Bob, go. All right, you guys, we'll see you back here tomorrow. We hope you have a great day.
Yeah. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Share it with your friends and have a fantastic day. See you tomorrow.
Bye.